Hey guys, it's Lizard here and welcome back to another video on the channel. This video is going to be all about why you still suck at God bridging. I'm not going to be here to critique you, I'm just here to give you tips and point out common mistakes that a lot of God bridgers do early on in the process of learning how to drag click, time it, get their God bridges down consistently and stuff like that. So if you do end up enjoying today's video, please consider subscribing, and also don't forget to join the Discord server I made the other day because it's pretty cool and I'm going to be doing some events and streams and stuff like that, so please consider joining that. But yeah, let's get right into the video. Alright, so we queued into a game here on Skyrise, and yeah, I'm just going to be kind of doing a commentary and then I'm going to overlay a lot of video footage of what I'm talking about, but yeah, for the most part, hopefully this works out well. I haven't done this kind of video before where I overlay lots of video footage onto my gameplay, so we'll see how this goes. Please let me know. Oh, leave. Thank you. Back off. No, thank you. There you go. I might have fallen in the void a couple times. You're not going to see that in the video footage, but it's kind of because the server's a bit laggy right now, to be honest. Alright, this guy. Please fall off. I'm going to hit him with my fist. No, I'm not. But I think it's actually an appalling amount of people that ask, oh, why am I not consistent at God bridging? What's wrong with me? Like, I know how to drag click, but they don't. And they get it at like 1 in 10 attempts. They get like an actually decent drag. Or they just spam the drag clicks and they don't know how to time it at all. So they're panicked, they're like going, but they don't know how to time it. The biggest factor in learning how to God bridge is in fact timing your clicks. So if you're suffering at timing your clicks, I really just recommend practice overall. But if you're suffering somewhere else, like say you don't know when to jump or stuff like that, I'm going to get into that in a second because I think that's where fewer people are concerned, but that's the more in-depth area, because if you're just bad at timing, it means you haven't practiced enough. Like, I'm sorry, it took me thousands and thousands, like 10,000, 20,000 attempts before I started getting good at God bridging. Like, it's not easy, and no one should think it's easy, because the second you take it lightly, you're gonna not improve at all. For those who are more committed, though, they're gonna have more relevant issues, such as, let's say, timing their jumps in their God bridges, timing when they're turning around to clutch if they want to clutch, or if they don't want to clutch, kind of that nervousness when you get at the end of your bridge. A lot of people will panic and not really know what to do, and I think you see it a lot in, like, I know for me, way before I even got my Model O, I was still using a Red Dragon mouse, and I was panicked out of my mind because I was learning to God bridge and I got very close to the edge, but I was shaking. I literally was, I didn't know what I could do, and it was pretty funny. Oh, clutch. I don't fall into the void. I don't fall into the void! Oh my gosh. Oh no. This guy's so confused. Die. Laggy. Thank you. This is so cool. This is the coolest clip I've ever gotten. Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, its lizard does not fall into the void. Alright, can we just kill this kid? Bap. 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 Okay, that's the gray guy. This game's gone so fast I can't even commentate. Oh my gosh. So if you're suffering with jumping in your God bridges, that's another thing that you really have to time, but it is a lot harder because eventually you'll get to a point where you can kind of, you go to God bridge and you'll be able to get your like 8 blocks every time. Like, you'll be able to do that, but then you just can't jump. And this is actually where a lot of people get stuck and give up, because if you can't jump in your God bridge, you're not going to be able to make it further than like 8 blocks, and that's not going to work for bed wars or anything like that. So I do recommend practice for timing your jumps, but at the same time, the best thing I can give you is to count in your head how many you're doing at a time. Because I've talked to people that are learning to God bridge and they don't do that, and they just sit there and try to do their best to bridge, but they're not counting their jumps, so they just estimate it. But I promise you, if you sit there and count like every 6 to 8 blocks and then you jump, you're gonna land so many more jump God bridges, and you're gonna be able to go a lot further. You go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, jump, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, jump. Just like that. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. It's really difficult to kind of... So if you're struggling with jumping, I definitely recommend counting in your head, or even getting like a little like metronome timer kind of thing. I never personally did that, but I have heard and I imagine that it works quite well. So if you want to try that, give it a go, let me know how that goes. But my personal recommendation for people who suffer with jumping is 100% learning how to time it and count it out, because I don't mean timing here. When you're timing your drag clicks, that's going to become muscle memory. But when I talk about timing, let's say your jumps, like I'm talking about right now, That's gonna be more of timing how many you're doing as opposed to how long you're doing it for. I'm tired of running around, so I'm just gonna go over here and grab some player tracker. Boom. Oh! Oh, that was bad timed. Oh, he's stacked. He's got the sharp. Okay. Okay, at least I know he's mid, but I don't remember where I was exactly. I find a lot of people also get stuck at the stage in GODBRIDGING where they can go pretty far, but they're just not comfortable. Oh. Alright. Alright, so that guy saw me do like a 6-block GODBRIDGE and literally decided to retire from Minecraft. I really don't know what happened to that kid, but we're in another game now, so I can continue on. Like I was saying, what was I saying? Oh my gosh, it was like 5 seconds ago. So like I was saying before, I think that if you're getting to the point where you can start to consistently GODBRIDGE, but you just can't make the distance. Wait, let me do a GODBRIDGE. What? Not only for those types of players do I recommend to practice more, but I also recommend to go into the short mode on MC Play HD or do the high pixel practice. You can alter the distance that you're going. I don't have enough blocks. Oh no. But I recommend to go and start off on shorter maps because the reason that a lot of you guys will be falling near the end is not because you're messing up your GODBRIDGE, but because you're panicked and that's causing you to mess up. Your mechanics aren't bad. It's just that you're getting nervous and that's affecting the way you're playing. So I would suggest going into shorter modes until you start getting comfortable with when you reach the end to not panic or freak out, and slowly increase your distance all the way up till you can get to the point where you are going like a full MC Play HD or a full Bed Wars GODBRIDGE without needing to panic before you go. Alright. Can I get this guy's bed? He's gonna spawn in and watch me break it. And then I'm gonna put that there. Boom. I'm lagging. I'm lagging. Oh, not fun. Not fun. Because if you're able to get to the end of shorter bridges, eventually you're going to start to feel calmer when you reach the end of those short bridges. And that'll allow you for when you start to move on to the long ones, like I was saying. It allows you... Okay, this guy's... It allows you to basically not panic when you're near the end, and that'll get you to be able to do the long ones more consistently, because when you reach the end and you get the kind of the island you're bridging to in sight, you're not going to freak out. So that's always very useful. Nice one. Oh, whoa, 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 where did this guy come from? Where did this guy come from? Where's this guy? Oh. Excuse me? Okay. I'm so confused. This Bed Wars game, man. Another great reason that you still suck at GODBRIDGING is your muscle memory isn't fully down, which I know I already went into a bit, but I want to kind of expand on it, and I want you to know that if you got your muscle memory down, you should be able to GODBRIDGE basically with your eyes closed. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but if you're good at something and you've practiced it enough times, you can almost always just do it without really looking or paying attention. And the same goes for GODBRIDGING, because all it is timing your drag clicks. So what you're going to want to do is practice a couple times doing it with your eyes completely shut and see if you can get it done, because I think a lot of you will be surprised, especially if you're more consistent than you used to be and you're getting closer and closer to being a consistent GODBRIDGER. Close your eyes, do some GODBRIDGEs, and you're actually going to be quite surprised. And it's also going to help you with your muscle memory, because your scenario and how close you are to the island you're finishing at, it's not going to play a factor because your eyes are closed. For you, it just looks like this. Editor, cue the black screen. I am the editor, but yeah, okay. A lot of people also like to blame their GODBRIDGEs on lag. Oh, I'm on Hypixel, I can't GODBRIDGE, it's terrible laggy. I'm gonna be honest, most of the time nowadays, Hypixel isn't even laggy for GODBRIDGErs. It works almost perfectly now. There are days where I'll literally jump, do like 8 blocks, and then it'll all vanish under me. Like, it does happen, it does happen. Hypixel's a huge server. But for the most part, if you're just throwing all of your blame onto the fact that you're playing on Hypixel and trying to GODBRIDGE, I don't really know what to tell you in that case, but you're just kind of looking for excuses. Oh! No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Holy crap. Okay. That was scary, terrifying, whatever you want to call it. Retreat. Apart from all the mechanic stuff, the biggest thing you're doing wrong is making excuses for yourself. Oh, I'm playing on high pixel. Oh, I've only been practicing for a day. Oh, my mouse is kind of broken. No, you gotta stop making excuses, because the second you stop making excuses, you'll actually see that you did certain things wrong. And you know what that's gonna allow you to do is correct them, because I feel like that's pretty obvious. But a lot of people like to make excuses, even outside of Minecraft and God bridging. It's very, very prevalent for people to just make up excuses and reasons that they're not good. Oh, ew, no. Okay, never mind. Commentary over. Video ended. This guy's gross. I need a pickaxe. Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. Gray guy, come on. He didn't really do too much, gonna be honest. Completely outside of Minecraft though, literally just daily life, homework, other video games, sports, etc. Making excuses is what gets you absolutely nowhere, because if you're not working to improve on the things that you're lacking in certain areas, like I talked about in my last video about does Bed Wars Star equals skill? I mean, that should be the last video. I'm recording this right after, but I might have mixed around stuff, but we'll see, we'll see. But provided that's what is holding you back is your excuses, I think you just kind of gotta sit there on your own and think about it. There's no one else you're trying to impress there. You just gotta be honest and like, oh yeah, I wasn't doing good here. I need to fix this and this and this and this. And eventually, okay, this guy doesn't know where I am. Just gonna stroll on past him. Thank you. Is he on my tail? Oh, he is. Bap. Oh, he has minor fatigue. Okay, break this, break this, break this, break this. Now we killed him. He had a saved iron sword? That's gross. Actually disgusting. That's vile. Oh my gosh. The things I wanted to cover today, I think I covered pretty much all of them. It was, if you're timing your drag clicks, just to practice, do more, get the muscle memory down. That's really all you have to do. For jumping, make sure you're counting every block, and I would recommend jumping every 7 blocks because it's an easy in-between between 6 to 8, and you fall the least, personally, I found. As well as also trying to reach the end of certain like island-to-island things like MC Play HD or Bed Wars games. Honestly, you have to just practice, you have to get on shorter mode so that you can get more comfortable going all the way to the end. I think that as well as when you're making excuses, you're not going to improve, stuff like that. I think I covered pretty much all of it, so I really do hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you found it useful, please consider subscribing, or at least just comment what you found useful about it. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.